Hello students, I think all of you are fine and doing well. So we are going to start the first unit of solid state and nanophysics, that is elements of crystal structure. First, the introduction about the different states of matter, or in how many states the matter can exist. In universe there are four main states of matter. The are the main states of matter. These are solid, liquid and gases. And apart from these three main states of matter, the fourth state of matter also exists, that is known as plasma state. The plasma is the state of matter which mainly consists of charged and neutral particles. And our galaxy and stars, these are made up of these four states, that is plasma. This plasma is superheated matter. That is, in this state of matter, the electrons are ripped away from the atoms and forms the ionized gas. That is, plasma consists of ionized gas. About 99% of our visible universe comprises of this plasma state. The different states of matter differs from each other due to their different density, fluidity, lattice structure, etc. That is, the difference in the density and their packing fraction, their fluidity, their lattice structure results the different states of matter. In solids, the packing of different atoms or molecules is very closed and the bond is very strong, so that they forms the solids. And in liquids, the intermolecular distance between different atoms and molecules is smaller than that of solids, and will be greater in case of gases. In case of gases, the intermolecular distance between the different atoms and molecules increases. So the main concern in this unit, elements of crystal structure, is the solid state of matter. The solids are mainly characterized by strong intermolecular forces, due to which these solids maintains a fixed shape and volume. The intermolecular forces between the solids is very strong, and due to which they have fixed shape and volume. And based upon their crystal structure, the solids can be divided into two parts. These are crystalline and non-crystalline solids. The crystalline solids consist of atoms and molecules or ions in a regular pattern, or the constituents atoms, ions or molecules in a crystalline solid are arranged in a regular manner or periodic pattern that forms a three-dimensional pattern. And when we view this three-dimensional pattern, this will be visible that this is the repetition of the building block or the pattern unit or the smallest unit. This is the repetition of the smallest unit, and this pattern unit repeats itself throughout the solid so that it can make a crystal. And these crystals can be single crystal, polycrystal. So these crystalline solids can also be divided into two categories: single crystal and polycrystal. In single crystals, the arrangement of atoms or ions remains in a single way. But in polycrystal, as the name suggests, polycrystal is made from the combination of single crystals. Different single crystals make a crystal that is known as polycrystal. So in polycrystals, the different crystals, single crystals, combine together to form the polycrystal. So in a single crystal, or this is known as crystallite or also known as grain. A single crystal or crystallite or grain have different arrangement of atoms. In another crystal, the atoms of arrangement, atoms or molecules arrangement may be different, and so on. So there may be different arrangement of atoms and ions in different crystals, and the combination of these single crystals make the polycrystal. And the boundaries by which these single crystals or grains are joined together, these are known as grain boundaries. So the combination of single crystals makes the polycrystals. And the another category of the solids is amorphous solid. In amorphous solids, atoms, molecules or ions are not arranged in a regular manner. They are distributed randomly. So these are the amorphous solids. And generally most of the solids in nature tends to form the crystalline solids, because when a liquid is changed to the solid slowly by reducing their energy, when we extract the energy of the liquids and slowly take the time to cool down its, then it make the solid, that is that the atoms or molecules are arranged in a regular manner. But when suddenly we cool down the liquid into the solid form, then the complete energy of the atoms cannot be extracted. It will not release the complete energy, and some amount of energy will remain within the solid, and so they form the amorphous solid. That is, when the atoms are formed in the regular manner, they have the minimum energy. When the atoms or molecules are arranged in the regular manner, or they form the crystalline solid, then they possess the minimum energy. So the crystalline solids have minimum energy, but when they retain some energy with them, then they form the amorphous solids. So the crystalline solids consist of definite, regular and periodic arrangement of atoms, ions or molecules in 3 dimensions. So they have long range order, and majority of the naturally occurring and artificially prepared solids जो हैं वो crystalline होते हैं. The examples of crystalline solids are sugar, sand, clay, diamond, graphite, NaCl, zinc sulfide, etc. These are the crystalline solids. And the crystalline structure is characterized by the type of the lattice associated with it. जो lattice इससे associated है, that will define the crystal structure of a solid. So what is a lattice? The lattice is an ordered arrangement of points describing the arrangement of particles that forms a crystal. What is a lattice? The lattice is the order arrangement of points. जो points हैं और atoms और ions हैं, उनकी जो orders arrangement है, जिन points पे जो particles की arrangement है, that form a crystal is known as a lattice. And the unit cell of the crystal is defined by the lattice point. और जो unit cell है, that is the smallest cell that is defined by the lattice points. The unit cell is the smallest part of a crystal, that is unit cell. What is the unit cell? Unit cell is the smallest unit of a crystal that repeated regularly through translation vectors in 3 dimensions and will create the whole crystal. When we repeat the unit cell by the translation vectors, this will form the complete crystal. So in crystalline arrangement, the particles pack efficiently together. When we make the crystalline arrangement, जो particles हैं वो इस तरह से एक दूसरे के साथ फिट बैठ जाएंगे कि जो उनकी total intermolecular energy है that will be minimum. So the crystalline solids have minimum energy. Crystalline solids also known as true solids. क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड को हम ट्रू सॉलिड्स भी बोलते हैं ड्यू टू देयर प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ इनकम्प्रेसिबिलिटी एंड रिजिडिटी. मतलब वो पहले से ही इतने कंप्रेस हैं कि उनको और ज़्यादा प्रेस नहीं किया जा सकता, कंप्रेस नहीं कर सकते, एंड दे आर रिजिड इन नेचर. These crystalline solids can be further divided into 5 categories. These are ionic solids, molecular solids, covalent solids, metallic solids, hydrogen bonded solids, depending upon the type of bond between the different atoms, ions or molecules. First is ionic solids. What are the ionic solids? The compound which are made up of positive and negative ions. As the name suggests, ionic solids. So these consist of ions. These are positive and negative ions, and these positive and negative ions are held together by the electrostatic attraction. There will be attractive force between the positive and negative ions and forms the ionic crystals. These positive ions are formed. एंड पॉजिटिव आयन कैसे फॉर्म होता है? जब कोई भी एटम अपना एक इलेक्ट्रॉन गिव अप कर देता है, और जनरली गिव अप करने की कैपेसिटी किस में होती है? मेटल्स. मेटल्स आर द इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिव एटम्स. सो दीज आर जनरली मेटल्स विच कैन गिव अप देयर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एंड फॉर्म द पॉजिटिव आयंस, एंड द नॉन मेटेलिक एटम्स टेक अप द इलेक्ट्रॉन. और जो मेटल्स हैं और जो इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिव आयंस हैं जो इलेक्ट्रॉन को इजेक्ट करते हैं, दैट इलेक्ट्रॉन विल बी टेक अप बाय द non-metallic atoms, and these are the electronegative atoms. So there will be an electrovalent bond between the positive and negative ions, and between the positive and negative ion there will be the Coulomb's attractive force, and the Coulomb's attractive forces between ions are much stronger than the repulsive energy. So these forces contributes to the cohesive energy which binds the crystal together, और जिसकी वजह से आपका क्रिस्टल एक बाइंड हो जाता है. एंड द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ आयनिक क्रिस्टल इज NaCl crystal. Electronic configuration of Na positive. Na can give up one electron and become Na positive. The electronic configuration of sodium atom is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. After giving up one electron, it will become Na positive, and its electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. And electronic configuration of chlorine is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 and 3p5. After taking up one electron from Na, it will become Cl negative, and its electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 and 3p6. And the cohesive energy that is to break the bond between Na and Cl is 7.8 electron volt. What are the properties of these ionic solids? These ionic solids have high melting point. The melting point of these solids is very high. That is to break the bond between different positive and negative ions require higher temperature, and these have poor electrical conductivity. Because the bond between the positive and negative ion is strong, so the electrical conductivity will be poor, and this electrical conductivity can be increased by increasing the temperature. As we increase the temperature, the mobility of the ion mobility start हो जाएगी, तो conductivity will increase. And the next point is, these solids are hard solids because the binding forces between the different positive and negative ions are very strong, and these are soluble in ionizing solvents. जिन solvents में मिलके आपका जो आयनिक क्रिस्टल है वो आयनाइज हो जाएगा डिफरेंट आयंस में, उसी में आपका जो आयनिक क्रिस्टल है दैट विल बी सोलुबल. दीज आर पुअर कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट इन सॉलिड स्टेट. जब सॉलिड स्टेट में होगा तो हीट कैन नॉट पास थ्रू देम, सो दीज आर पुअर कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट, बट heat can be conduct in molten state. When we melt them at their particular temperature, then the heat can pass through them. These ionic solids are transparent to visible light. That is, visible light can easily cross them, but they produce single reflection peak in far IR region or far infrared region में these shows the single reflection peak, shows reflection in IR region, and these are transparent to the visible light. The examples of the ionic crystals are sodium chloride, cesium chloride, alkali halide, and alkaline oxide, etc. Next is molecular solids. As the name suggests, the compound which are made up of atoms or molecules which do not share their electrons with the other molecules in the solid. जो अपने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को शेयर नहीं करते हैं, और किसकी वजह से ये एक दूसरे के साथ अटैच्ड होते हैं, बाइंड होते हैं. The forces holding these constituent molecules or atoms are the dispersion forces, and mainly the dipole forces or the hydrogen bond. Due to the dipole forces or hydrogen bonds, these crystals are generally formed of solidified gases such as oxygen, hydrogen, etc. Dipole forces between the constituent atoms or molecules of the crystal bind them together. How the dipole can be formed? The dipole formed by these atoms or molecules is not a permanent dipole. It creates a short duration fluctuating moments. Short duration की एक fluctuating moment को produce करती है in presence of other atom. When different atoms comes together, then a short duration fluctuating moment will be produced in the other atom, and there will be dipole force between the different atoms or molecules. The dipole moments give rise to a dipole field which induces the dipole moment, जिसकी वजह से दूसरे एटम में dipole moment induce हो जाएगी, and there will be an interaction between the जो ओरिजिनल डोमेन डाइपोल थी एंड जो इंड्यूस्ड डाइपोल है, उन दोनों के बीच में इंटरेक्शन होगी. डाइपोल क्या है? जब दूसरे एटम के इन्फ्लुएंस में आता है एक एटम, तो उसका जो पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव चार्ज है वो डिसोसिएट हो जाते हैं. पॉजिटिव चार्ज इज द न्यूक्लियस एंड नेगेटिव चार्ज आर द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. तो न्यूक्लियस एंड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स will be on the opposite end of the atoms, and there will be a dipole in the atoms, that is the induced dipole, and जो आपकी ओरिजिनल डाइपोल है उनके बीच में इंटरेक्शन होगी, और दैट विल बाइंड द क्रिस्टल मोलिक्यूल्स. और जो क्रिस्टल्स मोलिक्यूल को क्या करेगी? बाइंड करेगी, एंड द क्रिस्टलाइन solids will be formed. These are known as molecular solids. So such forces are called, so these type of forces are known as van der Waals forces, and the van der Waals forces are very weak forces. So these crystals have very weak forces between the different atoms or molecules, and due to the weak forces between the different atoms or molecules, these molecular crystals have low melting and boiling point, because the bond between the atoms and molecules is very weak, so their melting point and boiling point will be very small, will be very low, and due to the weak forces of attraction between the atoms and molecules, their electrical conductivity and thermal conductivity will also very low. The example of these solids are inert gases and carbon dioxide gas. Inert gases and carbon dioxide gas. The next crystalline solid is the covalent network solid. The covalent network solid, as the name suggests, there will be a covalent bond between the different atoms or ions. The solids in which the atoms are held together by the covalent bonds are known as covalent solids. It means that the valence electrons are not transferred but shared. When the valence electron transfer हो जाते हैं तो वो आयन बन जाते हैं, but ट्रांसफर नहीं होते. देयर विल बी ए शेयरिंग बिटवीन द डिफरेंट नेबरिंग एटम्स, एंड सच बॉन्ड्स आर फॉर्म्ड व्हेन द एटम fall short of one or more electron in their outermost electronic shell. जब उनके पास में कमी होगी इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की, वन और मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इन देयर आउटरमोस्ट शेल. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन क्लोराइड मोलिक्यूल, क्लोराइड मोलिक्यूल में कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की एफिशिएंसी होती है? 1 electron they can accept. The two chloride atoms comes closer to such an interatomic distance that orbital of one unpaired electron begins to overlap with that of the another atom. वो एक दूसरे के इतने नज़दीक आ जाते हैं कि जो अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं वो ओवरलैप करेंगे विद दैट ऑफ द अनदर एटम के साथ. एज ए रिजल्ट द अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन चार्ज ऑफ ईच एटम get transferred to space between the two atoms and these electrons now belong equally to. जब दोनों के बीच में कंट्रीब्यूट हो गया है तो दोनों इक्वली शेयर करेंगे. नाउ बोथ द एटम्स हैव देयर आउटरमोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सेल. अब दोनों एटम्स की आउटरमोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सेल क्या हो जाएगी? कंप्लीट हो जाएगी. एंड इफ दीज शेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैव, अगर दोनों शेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन की स्पिन क्या है? एंटी पैरेलल है, then they will attract each other and the bond is formed between them. The covalent solids have flowing properties because there is the sharing between the sharing of electrons between the different neighboring atoms. So these have very strong bond and strong bond hai, therefore their binding energy will be large. And these are hard and brittle substances due to the strong bonding. These are hard and brittle. And due to the strong bonding they have very high melting point. They have poor electrical conductivity at room temperature. room temperature पे conductivity कम होगी क्योंकि bond strong है. And these are transparent in long wavelength radiation. long wavelength radiation that is IR region में ये transparent है and opaque in the short wavelength region. UV and visible region में these are opaque, opposite to the ionic solids. Next is metallic solids. Metallic solids, these are made up of different metallic atoms and these metallic atoms can be held together by the strong metallic bonds. So these are the known as metallic solid due to the bond between the different metal atoms. And a metal crystal may be visualized as a skeleton of positive ions embedded in the free electron gas. And this model was given by Drude. This was the free electron model of the metallic crystal that was proposed by Drude and explain the satisfactory electrical and thermal conductivity of the metals. Can be explained easily by using this model. To explain the structure of these metallic solids, we consider two sodium atoms and each have one unpaired electron in 3s. 3s, one electron in 3s state. So the atoms approach each other up to an interatomic separation. एक interatomic separation तक दोनों atoms क्या करेंगे? एक दूसरे को approach करेंगे and when their 3s atomic orbital begin to overlap. जब उनका जो 3s orbital है वो overlap करना start कर देगा. If the electrons are of opposite spin, अगर electron opposite spin के हैं तो bond form हो जाएगा दोनों में. And now अब जो दूसरा सोडियम एटम है moves toward, अब दोनों का पेयर हो गया, पेयर ऑफ द एटम्स की तरफ मूव करेगा. एंड द एटम एक्सपीरियंस, अब पेयर ऑफ एटम बन गया है, जो नेक्स्ट एटम आएगा दैट विल एक्सपीरियंस द रिपल्सिव फोर्स ड्यू टू द एटम पेयर. एटम पेयर की वजह से जो थर्ड एटम आया है सोडियम का वो क्या करेगा? विल एक्सपीरियंस द रिपल्सिव फोर्स. एंड ड्यू टू दिस फैक्ट द एनर्जी लेवल्स are the same. The third electron can go into the unoccupied 3p state of the pair. जो unoccupied 3p state of the pair है उसमें चला जाएगा and form an electron bond with either of the two valence electron. और कोई भी 2 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन में से किसी के साथ भी अपना पेयर बना लेगा। इन दिस वे मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कैन सराउंड, एक सिंगल एटम को अलग अलग एटम, डिफरेंट एटम सराउंड कर सकते हैं। सिंस देयर इज 1 अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन इन द सेंट्रल एटम, सेंट्रल एटम में एक अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन है, सो इट बॉन्ड्स विद द अदर नेबरिंग एटम्स टर्न वाइज वो अलग अलग एटम्स के साथ, अलग अलग नेबरिंग एटम के साथ बॉन्ड बना सकते हैं। दिस मीन्स दैट द जो वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन है कैन स्पेंड ओनली स्मॉल ड्यूरेशन ऑफ टाइम बिटवीन द एनी 2 एटम, किसी भी 2 एटम्स के बीच में जो वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन वो स्मॉल ड्यूरेशन ऑफ टाइम ही पास करता है। वो कभी किसी एटम के साथ बॉन्ड बना लेगा, कभी किसी के साथ। दे कीप ऑन माइग्रेटिंग फ्रॉम एटम टू एटम थ्रू आउट द क्रिस्टल, that valence electron keep on migrating from one atom to another atom, since the valence electron are not associated with a single nucleus। अब जो वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन है वो सिंगल न्यूक्लियस से एसोसिएटेड नहीं है, दे कैन बी कंसिडर्ड एज द फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन, सो दीज वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन कैन बी considered as the free electron, and due to this free electron these form a gas penetrating a solid ion core lattice। And what are the properties of the metallic crystals? The metallic crystal is less directional than a covalent bond। कोवलेंट बॉन्ड के कंपैरिजन में जो मेटेलिक बॉन्ड है वो लेस डायरेक्शनल होते हैं। दस मेटल adopts a particular structure with close packing। so जो metallic crystals होते हैं these are the closely packed structures, and the electron density between the atoms is lower as given by Pauli's exclusion principle के according जो given इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी है उसके कंपैरिजन में कम होती है। सो जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं कैन मूव फ्रीली इनसाइड द मेटल, सो इनसाइड द मेटल इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कैन मूव फ्रीली so and due to the free motion of the electrons, these metals are the good conductors of the heat and electricity, and they have low melting point, and most of the metals are malleable and ductile होते हैं, and these can form alloys form कर सकते हैं because electrons are not restricted in the metallic atom में restricted नहीं होते, so they can easily form the alloys, and they are opaque to the electromagnetic radiation। completely electromagnetic spectrum की जितनी भी radiation है UV region में, IR region में, visible region में, these are opaque to all types of electromagnetic radiations। and the next is hydrogen bonded solids। as the name suggests, hydrogen bonded solid, there will be the hydrogen bonds between the different atoms or molecules, and according to its atomic structure a hydrogen atom generally forms covalent bond। और जो हाइड्रोजन एटम है वो जनरली क्या फॉर्म करता है, कोवलेंट बॉन्ड बनाता है विद अनदर हाइड्रोजन एटम। बट according to the situation the hydrogen atom can form the bond with the other atoms। such bonds are known as hydrogen bond, and hydrogen form bond with the electronegative atoms के साथ करेगा because hydrogen is electropositive, and electronegative atoms such as oxygen, chlorine etc। hydrogen bond is an ionic bond in which hydrogen gives its electron to the another atom। hydrogen bonded solids, so hydrogen bond is like an ionic bond, so they have low binding energy of the order, and hydrogen bonded जो solid है उनकी binding energy low होती है, that is of order of 0.1 electron volt। example of hydrogen bonded solid are hydrogen difluoride, potassium dihydrogen phosphate etc। so these are the types of crystalline solids। and next is amorphous solid। amorphous solids, amorphous in which the atoms or molecules are randomly arranged, these are not arranged in a regular pattern, so these are the amorphous solids। for example if the temperature of the liquid drops abruptly अगर हम liquid का temperature drop कर देते हैं तो जो एटॉमिक मोशन है वो अरेस्ट हो जाएगा और वो क्या बन जाएंगे, सॉलिड बन जाएंगे, बट पूरी एनर्जी को वो रिलीज नहीं करते कुछ एनर्जी का पार्ट उसमें रह जाता है. सो दीज आर द intermediate states between the solids and liquids and also known as supercooled solids. And due to the non-availability of the repeated periodicity or long range, these are known as long range order solid. These are not long range order, उनमें long range order नहीं होता. So these are the short range order solids and these also known as the pseudo solids. And these are the state between the liquids and solids, because like liquids, amorphous solids have the tendency to flow. They can flow, however they flow, their flow rate is very small. They flow very slowly and called the supercooled liquids, such as glass, plastic, rubbers, etc. are the example of amorphous solid. आपने ग्लास की विंडो देखी होगी, पुरानी बिल्डिंग्स में जो ग्लास की विंडो होती हैं, ग्लास के डोर्स होते हैं, उनकी जो नीचे का पोर्शन होता है वो थिक होता है एज कम्पेयर टू द अपर पोर्शन, बिकॉज जो ग्लास है दिस इज अमोर्फस इज नेचर and these have the property to flow, and due to the slow flow rate these slowly flow to downward, and the downward portion will be thick as compared to its top part. So this is all about crystalline and non-crystalline, that is amorphous solids. So you can study the difference between the different types of solids, that is crystalline and amorphous solids. Crystalline solids are long range order solids. These have atoms, molecules or ions arranged in a regular pattern. But amorphous solids are the short range order solids, and the different atoms or molecules are not arranged in a regular pattern. And crystalline solids are anisotropic in nature. Anisotropic means their different physical properties such as refractive index and different physical properties are different in different direction. But for amorphous solids, these are isotropic in nature, that is different physical properties are same in different directions. And these have the crystalline solids have a single melting or boiling point, but amorphous solids have different melting points, because the bond between the different location bond is different types of bonds are there. So amorphous solids will melt at different temperature at different locations. So these are the difference between the crystalline and amorphous solids. Thank you.